Alright lads, so today we're going to go over some news that we did get in regards to new accessories that are currently available right now in the special Brave Fest exchange. We did also get news today that we are getting new 5-star plus accessories, and we're also going to go over the fact that you can get every familiar in the game right now, and we'll briefly talk about some of the best familiars that you can pick in case you are trying to make the grind of, getting every familiar. So first up, let's talk about the 5-star plus accessories that were announced today. I feel like it's been quite a while since we've last spoke about 5-star plus accessories, and that's pretty much just because the ones that had been getting upgraded have pretty much just been like killer stickers that we already know exactly what they are going to get. But finally, and in a way I kind of forgot that this had not been upgraded, but the wooden sword is finally getting the upgrade, so we can probably expect now over the next few months that the other normal attack damage items for other affiliations will be getting their upgrades, very similar to how the strong attack damage item got their upgrade, and then the following months were strictly focused on that. But with that in mind, it's a very good upgrade, very similar, of course, to the strong attack damage item, Lieutenant's Badges, that they got when they upgraded. So originally, these items were 20% normal attack damage. They now, upon upgrading, which does take 5 golden hammers, by the way, it's actually a small amount, does go up to 35% normal attack damage increase, which is actually really, really good. And in a way, well-timed, because we've been getting a lot of really good normal attack damage characters. Sorry, but ones at that. Right now I'm thinking already, I'm going to put this on the now when I finally get this upgraded, which will be happening on the 10th of November. So pretty much a week away, you can upgrade that. Very good upgrade. And then over the next couple of some months, we can probably expect the other affiliations to get that upgrade. And then finally, because they're probably saving it for last, we should be getting the Golden Chappie get their 5-star plus upgrades. It's probably not going to happen because it will be a bit too OP if it did get this upgrade. But, the whole thing that we saw with Yuki's and Popples is that they lost their 0 focus stat negative effect. The Golden Chappie has a negative effect where it reduces your SP down to 0. If they remove that and it gives 40% all stats for every stat, that'll be absolutely broken. A really good accessory for both strong attack damage and also normal attack damage characters. In a way, it would kind of lose its identity, and it would, in a way, allow normal attack damage characters to reliably, in a way, deal damage with their strong attacks. It could change the game if that gets an upgrade. Most likely not, though. It will probably just get, extra stats, while also still having the negative effect of lowering your SP down to 0. But that's most likely going to be the last accessory that does get upgraded. With that though, we are also getting the thick nerd glasses, receiving an upgrade. This is actually a pretty good upgrade. It's an accessory that you probably have no use for, but maybe you could see use for this in the future. I could definitely see myself using it on a character in Extreme Club. That's also supposed to be getting an update. Depending what update it does get, or if I ever need to go back into that game mode to maybe get, editing brushes, for example. This could definitely be useful for non-marauder or sharpshooter characters, which to be fair, most characters do come with that nowadays. But before, this accessory used to be a 50% resistance, so you would still kind of hit the enemies. So now if you do have this item at 5-star plus, you're just guaranteed to hit or nullify the range resistance. And also at the same time, increase your special move damage by 50%. So it's kind of like a small tension tie, which I don't fully dislike. But the question right now is, will you be upgrading these? They're probably going to take Silver Hammer, so you could if you need to. Most people won't probably need to upgrade this. Unironically, maybe the special part about this will be the extra 50% soul bomb damage if you are trying to go for a super high damage output on your soul bomb. Me personally though, I definitely won't be upgrading these because I don't even own these accessories. After a while, I just sold a bunch of accessories that I know I would not be using. This was before 5-star plus accessories were implemented. And after seeing this upgrade, if I ever need it, I would just use my summon ticket because I have thousands of those. But the chance of happening is probably low, so I think I'm fine without these, and you're probably fine without upgrading it, unless again you do see the use of it. After that, we have an update to the 10th anniversary exchange shop. So this is in part of the Brave Souls Festival. It now has its own section, and it is of course available for the entire month. But there are 2 new accessories coming to the game. One is the Brave Soul Fest ticket holder. This is kind of cool because this is something that you can get by going to the Brave Souls event. So if you did go to it, you actually had these in physical. So it's kind of cool that they are turning it into accessories so you can have them in-game and out of game, assuming you went to the event. But the ticket holder isn't that great, only offering 10% stam recovery. You should still pick it up because it is a collector's item and it's relatively cheap. But the Brave Soul Fest Sacoche. There we go. Either way, it's a bag, but this does offer 20% movement speed. That's actually really good. Both of them only cost 500, so again, you can buy them pretty easy while also being able to buy all the other items. But the sacoche or bag item accessory is actually really good because you can use it right now to actually get a bit more movement speed for your characters. So for me, when I'm currently playing Point Event, for example, I'm farming right now, this is my go-to team, building up Jazelle's player count, while also using the now for the extra 30 SP, but also for the, Godslayer light effect. I really like how that looks. So whenever I'm playing the Point Event, I'm always using accessories like this, the 1000 Year Blood War Season 1 anime cards. That is very similar, right? Offering 20% movement speed. I use the Ryu Kotsujo at 5-star for 50% more movement speed, and then I also use the 4-star version that offers 15%. Well, now you can use the new one to get an extra 5% more movement speed. So even for someone like me that already has access to the, 1000 Year Blood War Season 1 card, I can now actually see myself using this as my go-to accessories for just clearing Point Event fast. It might not seem like it, but when you are farming the Point Event a lot, there is a lot of added time of your character just moving to the next room on auto. So for people like me that already has the Season 1 card, you can use that to make your character move 5% faster if that, matters that much. But also if you did miss out on this particular accessory, it's one I use all the time. Let's say you don't have that, well, now you can just use the Sakosh accessory. So yeah, these accessories are definitely worth picking up just for collector's sake. But in terms of this one right here, you can definitely use that as it is, in my opinion, a relevant accessory. Alongside that, we also did, of course, get the login bonus. This happened around 2 days ago, where we have another collector's item, that being the Brave Souls Festival cards. So right now, I do pretty much have all collector's items in the game. Surprisingly, the collection has grown this far. But this one is just coin drop, which is also relatively useful. When it comes to building characters with coin drop, if you are trying to go with the accessory route, you can all use the 5-star and also the 4-star version. So having this increases the coin drop that you can get. Pretty good, right? If you see the use of it. But that's pretty much the free exclusive accessories that you can get in the game right now. This one I'm pretty sure lasts the entire year, but these two, especially the Sakosh, are only available for the next 30 days. So make sure you get them, don't miss out on them. And then lastly, let's talk about the current epic raid that is ongoing. Right now we have the Mayuri epic raids. So with that, we also do have an epic raid campaign challenge going on where you can get double the medals. So right now, for example, I already have 40,000 that I farmed up this month, and I didn't even play that many epic raids. But whenever we do have an epic raid challenge campaign, we also do get all past familiars returning in this special exchange shop. So if you are someone that's maybe started during the 10th anniversary, or maybe you've not finished and collecting all familiars, now is a great time to do so. Keep in mind though, it does only include all the epic raid familiars, so Cinderella and also the Osushi or Kon familiars, the rare ones that were only available during certain times or whenever they potentially rerun, are not available in this exchange shop. But you can get your second copy of Esnot, you can pick up another Bambietta, and you can also get another Yuhabag. Obviously, with that, you can get all the other items too. If you do want to farm out the entire shop and get every familiar, it is going to cost you like 200 plus thousands. It's quite a grind, but you do have an entire month to do so. It's going to be a lot of medals. You don't need to max out everyone, but what I do recommend in case you are new, the most important ones you should be going for is Kenpachi. And the reason for that is because he does offer a generic buff that is useful in every epic raid. Most epic raid familiars are very situational. So this one, Shrieker, counter shields. Most epic raids don't have that. Sure, in the epic raid that you're going against, you might want it, but a lot of the times when you are in epic raid, you kind of just want to brute force your way through the epic raid and kill the boss before they start to do their gimmicks or mechanics. Ruki, for example, has destructible object damage. This one's actually relatively useful, again, when that epic raid does come around. But obviously, 20% Berserker when you do max the familiar is useful in every epic raid. Every time I am using a character in epic raids, unless I do need that destructible object damage, I'm always using free Kenpachis or free Toshiros. So definitely, most importantly, pick up the one you want just to follow you around. Try to get all of them if you can, if you really want to put in that grind, but make sure you pick up Kenpachi and max him out. 20% Berserker for him, and then the other character is also Toshiro. So you can get two familiars right now that offer 20% Berserker. You can see for me, whenever we are doing epic raid runs, I currently have access to free Toshiro familiars. Again, Kenpachi basically is the exact same, but what you do want to roll for is full stamina damage. You can take 7.5%, but it can go a bit higher at 10%. So in total, you can get, if you assumingly have free Toshiros or free Kenpachis with all max stats, you get 60 Berserker and 60% more damage at full stamina, while also picking up additional 285 spiritual pressure and 225 attack. is by far the best combination you can rock in epic raids, and it's something I do every epic raids. So with that said, to wrap up the video, can we do a solo run using Jazelle? Right now, Technique doesn't have access to any good bonus characters. I mean, these characters did get added recently, and then we also do have Jazelle. Jazelle would actually be really good in this epic raid, especially considering that she is a Swiper killer. She does get the 2 times damage, but unfortunately, because Jazelle can inflict dominate, she can't deal dominate damage. She can't inflict dominate against Mayuri or any epic raid of that fact, even though we do have an increased chance to do so. So we basically are relying on raw damage output. So I'm kind of curious to see how fast we can clear this, which kind of sucks. I mean, the character's great anywhere, but basically epic raids. And even then, you can definitely use characters like this in epic raids. But you are going to be not that fast when you're doing solo runs like this. So again, we can use our Soul Bomb. Doesn't do anything. It does apply weakened defense at least. So we're doing decent thus far. I just want to make sure I don't take any damage though. Oh, back out the way. But could you imagine if we were able to inflict Stars Limits? We'd clear this in like 10 seconds. And unfortunately, now we've taken a hit. So we've lost all our full stamina damage. So it's going to be on the slower side here. So just a few more strong attacks and we should be done. That took a while because, again, we took a hit. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. New 5-star plus accessories dedicated for normal attack damage characters. So really good if you did pull any of those characters that came out in recent times, especially again now. They're going to greatly benefit from that. We have new accessories in the exchange shop. Make sure you pick those up because one is really good, the movement speed. And then we also have the epic raid familiars all returning. So make sure you pick up your favorites, but make sure you pick up the really good ones like Toshira and also Kenpachi because they do offer extra damage in epic raids and are always useful. But hopefully, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.